I remember exactly how it all began. It was a busy Monday. I was running late for class. Again. I threw on my backpack, put in my headphones, and rushed out into the street. I didn't even look at the sky. It was probably cloudy, but I didn't notice. It felt like just another ordinary day, but we never know when one moment will change everything. I was crossing the street when I heard it. Tires screeching, a horn, someone shouting. It all happened so fast. And yet, it felt like slow motion. The hit, my body flying, then the ground, darkness. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed, bright lights, pain everywhere. I could barely move. But through the confusion, I saw a face, a calm, kind look. A woman in a white coat with a name tag that said Clara. She was a nurse. And in the days that followed, she became so much more. Clara took care of me like she already knew me. She gave me medicine, sure, but she also smiled and listened. She told me I was going to get better, and somehow I believed her. We started talking more and more about books, movies, life, faith, and we laughed, even through the pain. Somehow, she made everything feel lighter, and somewhere between the IVs and the hospital meals, I fell in love, not just with her smile, but with her soul. When I left the hospital, I felt like something important was still there, so I went back, not as a patient, but with flowers in my hands and hope in my heart. Clara welcomed me with that same smile, and from that moment on, we were never apart. We dated for a year, then we got married, a small, simple wedding, full of love. We didn't need much, just each other, and the quiet certainty that we were meant to be. The first years were beautiful. Weekend walks, plans for the future, slow mornings with coffee and laughter. I often told her, pain brought me to you, and you brought me back to life. But life changes, sometimes without warning. Clara started feeling tired. Then came the strange pain. She lost weight. Her light began to fade behind a quiet struggle. Then the diagnosis. Cancer. It felt like getting hit all over again, but this time in my chest. She tried to comfort me. Can you believe that? She was the one holding my hand saying, "We'll go through this together." And we did. Those months were hard. She went through treatment. I was with her every step of the way. Appointments, medicine, sleepless nights. I became her cook, her driver, her hug, her prayer partner. She lost her hair, but never her strength. Even on the worst days, she looked at me with peace. She sometimes cried in secret, but always smiled after. "Life is still beautiful," she would say. I slept in the hospital room right beside her bed every night. I held her hand and whispered, "You saved me when I fell. Now it's my turn to hold you." We had moments of hope, moments we thought she might get better, but the cancer came back stronger. One day, the doctor told us there wasn't much time left. There are no words that prepare you for that, but Clara, she prepared me with her strength, with her faith, with her grace. On her last morning, I was there, right beside her, her hand in mine. She looked at me one last time, smiled, and closed her eyes. Silence. The pain that followed was unbearable. It still is sometimes. But something stayed with me, something bigger than grief. That accident led me to the love of my life, and her love taught me how to truly live. Today, I walk those same streets again. I stop sometimes and look at the sky I ignored the day I met her, and I breathe deeply. Clara taught me that life is short, that love is what matters, and that even in the darkest moments, there is beauty to be found. Maybe you're going through something right now. Maybe life feels too heavy. But if I can tell you one thing, it's this. Some moments break us, some people heal us, and some loves stay with us forever. If I had to live it all again, the pain, the joy, the goodbye, I would, just to love Clara one more time.